What the heck is going on? Like, seriously, I don't know. That's what we talk about in Jeep News. Today on Jeep News, we talk about recalls, Jeep's future plans for show season, and some pricing on used and new Jeeps. The first thing we're going to go over is some recalls that we've been recently notified about, and also kind of some ones that have been going on for a little bit too. But one of the biggest ones that we saw, this one is from Buck Gator Gladiator, and he follows us on Instagram, and he actually sent us a message and was like, hey, I just got this recall. It was in the Jeep app, and I don't know if you guys had seen this yet, but I thought it was pretty interesting. And what he had sent over was a recall on his 2024 Willys 4xe that it actually came with the wrong grill. So he hadn't noticed it, or maybe he did when he first bought it, but it had the 2018 to 2023 style grill, so the full depth grill, and he was entitled to receive the brand new grill that was supposed to be on it. I thought that was really interesting, and I'm not really sure why Jeep did that, or why they actually sent that out with the old school grill when this guy was paying so much for the 4xe. But if you guys bought one and it has the old style grill, you might want to check your Jeep app, because you could be entitled to get the brand new grill on. If you guys have the Jeep app, it's good to check, or go outside and just look at your front grill and see if it's has the taller, or it's more, that's not as tall. It's Renegade grill. Yeah, you'll notice right away. But kind of talking about the 4xe as well, we're getting mixed news about the 4xe battery. We talked about that a while ago, kind of saying like what's going on with it, how many vehicles were affected. I think they said close to 50,000 could potentially have been affected by this recall. But now there's mixed news about what needs to be done. We had a clip sent to us by a fellow YouTuber. He said it didn't apply to his vehicle anymore, and he was like, oh, okay, that's good. It maybe have been an over-the-air update like they normally do to that. But then he saw another post that someone let them schedule an appointment to come in and get it fixed. So he's a little bit nervous, because it's like, does he need to go to the dealership to have it fixed, or is it an over-the-air? Are there different variations of how bad the recall is for your vehicle? There's not really too much out there on it, but I would say if your VIN has been given that recall for the 4xe, it's probably a good idea just to reach out to your dealer and ask them about it. Just be like, hey, I want to make sure that I'm good to go. I'm driving around with my wife and kids in this thing. I don't want a recall that's kind of left unchecked. But I know, Ryan, from those clips that you found from the last 4xe video, those having issues, it's pretty scary stuff. Yeah. And I think if you have those recalls, definitely get them fixed. But like I said, it happens with all these vehicles. And they do have recalls. Luckily, Jeep is just fixing it. But we'll have to kind of see where that goes. We're seeing a lot of these 4xes on lots. I do think it's going to be more of the future of Jeep. And we're kind of tossing around the idea, would you guys like to see more of that content on the channel? I do think that they're a very popular vehicle. And I think that now with the Willys 4xe, the Rubicon 4xe, there's a lot of different options for you. So throw it around, drop a comment down below, and kind of let us know what you think about the 4xe. Next part of this video is something that's actually extremely disappointing to me, and I hate to say it because we don't like to bash the company that builds the vehicles we spend so many hundreds of thousands of dollars on, but we got some news from Stellantis Media is that Stellantis North America is pulling out of most of their automotive shows in 2024. At least from what I can read, it said that they were pulling out of shows in 2024 due to, I would say, different sales, different budgetary cutbacks. But to me, that's a big slap in the face. I'll be honest with you guys. Ryan and I always kind of chit-chat about if we were in charge of Jeep marketing, or we at least had some say in it. And I know that for a lot of folks, seeing Jeeps out at auto shows, going to the Camp Jeep experience, getting able to ride along in those hills and the inclines, that can be the difference of someone that's never driven in a Jeep and changing their opinion from, I would never get one of these, to they've also got 4xs, they've got all these models, I want to buy one of these because of the capabilities or how much fun I can have in it. I think pulling out of those big events is definitely something that's going to kind of hurt the brand a little bit, or even a moderate amount. I think that when people go to these Jeep shows, or they go to automotive shows, they're expecting to see Jeep, especially when all your other competitors are there. Broncos are going to be there, your SUVs, your Toyotas, a lot of big competitors are going to be in that space. And rather than face the problem head on and start marketing it from the beginning, canceling your exposure or not getting exposure because you don't have the budget for it. But I just talked to Ryan, and we're talking off camera. I don't know if that applies to all automotive shows in general, or if it's Jeep shows as well, because if you guys recall down at Daytona, they have the Jeep Beach Edition Jeep, they have a whole Jeep parade, they have everything going on down there, and it's sponsored by Jeep. So will we see them pull out of those as well, or will it just be like the North American Auto Show, Detroit Auto Show, things like that? Really hoping to see them at some more shows, maybe some local things, but it sounds like they're going to be pulling out. I would say I think a lot of Jeep sales right now are slowing down too. I'm seeing a lot more sitting on lots. Dealerships are getting a little bit more creative with how much of a discount they're giving on vehicles. I've seen some not base Rubicons, but loaded up Rubicons on here, not even 392s, pushing the $78,000 to $79,000 mark with a 7% interest rate, 8% interest rate. That's an expensive vehicle. You're almost $100,000 until you're done with that financing charge. And I think that's a little bit crazy. I mean, I think they need to, I think the entire economy needs to settle down a little bit, but that's a complete sidebar, and we need to get a couple beers to start talking about that. And the other thing before we go is, where the heck are the 2024 Gladiators? I've seen a couple of them pop up with like just base images on the Auto Trader website, but there's none on dealership lots. Where are they?
This is becoming a meme at this point.
It is. It's like, hey, get all excited about the 24 Gladiator, then they drop it, and it's like, wow, like all they did was swap the interior and pull out some engine options, and then it's like, where is it?
Yeah.
Where are the Upfitter editions too, from AEV?
Oh, right.
Remember all those that they like talked about? Where's that? And no Trails off road either. Remember they were talking about that Trails off road coming loaded? There were some issues with that, I guess, and now they're going back.
There's a lot happening.
What the heck is going on? Like, seriously, I don't know. That's what we talk about in Jeep news, though. I mean, what is going on with these vehicles? On today's viewer rig of the video, we've got Twisted Patriots 2021 Willys that he submitted through our email here. He said he wanted to send it through here so we didn't miss it, and he did make it in today's video. But we have a 2021 Willys in the granite clear coat with a lot of cool things going on. So he does have a nice lift kit on there. We don't know what size, but it looks to be about a 2.5 to a 3-inch kit. Some cowl armor. It looks like swapped out the antenna there. And then also on this Jeep, he does have a nice set of fuel wheels with an off-road set of 35-inch tires. It's a really clean setup on the Willys, and I do love the granite. That was the first color of JL that I had. So really clean Jeep, and it does look like he strips it down and goes topless there in the summertime. So thank you so much for submitting. We really appreciate that. If you guys want to have your rig submitted and potentially shown on our channel, be sure to hit us up through Instagram or send us an email. Well, guys, I hate to give you all this bad news. I think maybe it's a little bit of winter blues for both of us here. I didn't want to give all negative Jeep news in one video, but it's just, like I said, it's weird. There's not really a ton popping out right now. I think we need to get ourselves excited a little bit more. We have a ton of cool content coming up, but it's the middle of winter, and we're expecting a snowstorm here tomorrow. So we'll have a snowstorm here in PA, and yeah, maybe we just need to go out and buy some Jeeps or something, or get more parts, or go on Amazon or a couple of our vendor sites and just start ordering things. But definitely stay tuned to the channel. We do have a lot coming. We have some new vehicles that are coming, so that is the truth, and that'll be pretty cool to see those. If you haven't watched our recent videos talking about the JK, talking about some other things, definitely watch those if you're stuck inside. Just go back and watch the old content if you haven't seen some of those videos. But we appreciate you guys watching, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. From Ryan and I here at Dirt Road Cred, we want you to get out there and earn yours.